Hello, gang. So it's been a minute. I know we just haven't had a lot of going on in the world of Spellbreak. I mean, I know I felt it. I know you probably felt it. There's been a little bit of a lull. However, this morning, IGN posted a tweet basically about the future of Spellbreak. And yeah, we'll get it right into it. So I'm gonna move us. I don't have my Elgato set up on this PC yet. Oh, by the way, guys, I don't have my software for editing on my new PC. That's why she's a little dark right now. She doesn't have any lights on. I'm just lazy. I'll get there, I promise. Anyways, let's go to gaming screen. Hope everything's working. Hope everything's working. Yes. Okay, cool. We're there. So anyways, IGN posted a thing. Can the quest system in Spellbreak Chapter 1, the first big new content for popular magic-centric battle royale, change the genre for the better? Before we get into it, there's been something we've talked about in Spellbreak, that's innovating the current battle royale genre. And now, if they don't want the battle royale to kind of be their genre, then they don't really technically have to worry about innovating that if they have a new game mode that they want to push out to be their game mode. Either way, if they're gonna stick with battle royale or go to a different game mode, this is huge if it does the job. So first off, we've got this picture of two skins that we've never seen before. So you've got this skin which looks sort of like a druid. Looks sort of like a druid. Maybe it looks like it's got a little like unicorn horn, which is kind of cool. Sort of like a druid, maybe. We'll see. Looks very Bogmore-esque type of skin. Then you've got, which honestly, this skin looks like COVID, so you know, maybe stay away from it. But it looks kind of like a vampire. It's got a mask on, some ears, some white hair with. This might actually be the coolest male skin that they come out with so far. I know that's something that we've talked about a few times, is that the male skins are just kind of lackluster. Anyways, so you go into it, and so before I get too far into the video, because I hate when you have to watch an entire video to get to the big old juicy parts, right? Spellbreak is coming to Steam. It is coming to Steam. Well, it used to be on Steam a long time ago, and then it went to its own little thing, and then it went to Epic. But it's going back to be on Steam, and it's going to be on Epic, complete crossplay like it is with all the other platforms and such. It's going to be everywhere. This chapter 1 comes out December 15th. Which honestly, I don't think is that bad of a problem. A lot of people say, well, Cyberpunk comes out on the 10th. Could be a little bit of an issue, but I don't think it's gonna be that big of an issue. For all we know, Cyberpunk's gonna push back again. But Steam, Chapter 1, December 15th is when it comes. So here's a little bit of some gameplay with that skin. Just a little. Oh, and then you get a Cyberpunk ad.
Existing challenges. New chapters will debut every 12
right here,
weeks.
wait, we gotta pause. Right here, we get to see Quincy Poiswax, which if you don't remember from the launch of the game, Quincy Poiswax was the person who was writing those letters. I don't think I have one anymore on this PC. Anyways, on the Proletariat Twitter, which talked about each individual gauntlet. So he's kind of like if I had to guess, he's probably like the researcher of the group.
3 free quests per chapter and 3 paid quests with the paid chapter pass content.
Let me listen to that again.
They'll offer 3 free quests per chapter and 3 paid quests with to offer something that's fresh and new on a recurring basis, other than simply expanding the number of existing challenges. New chapters will debut every 12 weeks, and they'll offer 3 free quests per chapter and 3 paid quests with the paid chapter pass content.
Okay, so the way he said that seemed a little bit wrong, actually. I don't know if that's how he meant it. What he said was, each 12 weeks we will have 3 quests for free and 3 quests for paid. My thought on that is it's probably, and he said per chapter, but I think he means per week, because 3 quests in 12 weeks is not going to do anything. So I'm assuming he probably means 3 per week, but I'm not really sure.
Each chapter includes a fully voiced piece of dialogue with an NPC at the start and end to cap the story.
So before we go on, I just want to talk about how cool this shit is. This is like we talked about wanting to be in the game, right? This is in the game. Just like look, you see his little area, you see him moving around, you see whatever the hell this is. There's stuff in the background like scrolls and books, and there's a whole little cliffside, and so we see it says our research on the Mana Vaults has led to further discovery. Using the data collected last week, I was able to scan the HoloLands for arcane fluctuations. That's pretty. I don't understand this. See, this is the kind of stuff we wanted. We wanted to feel like we were in the game instead of just like, you know, playing the game from the outside, controlling a character and not really doing much of anything. This is the kind of stuff I liked. Like what we got the preview was just her voice and just this little thing that read it to us. Now we see him, we see his background. This is a little bit more in depth. We're doing something for it instead of just like, hey, this is the Frost Gauntlet. Go play with the Frost Gauntlet. This is the, you know, that kind of thing, which we kind of figured this would be a little more in depth for chapters, because, you know, preview is, or prologue is more just like a preview of what's to come.
Start and end to cap the story. The first quest that I got to try in the preview event made us go through 2 of the storm phases for research, or in other words, we had to survive until the second fully closed circle to complete the quest. Okay, after that, we had to interact with 3 triangular...
Look at this thing. It's a freaking Dorito! They brought Doritos into the game. You know why. You know why.
Portals to gather readings. These portals were interesting because they would only spawn inside of the spell storm itself. Ooh, so once the circle started to close, we had to actually venture into the storm to interact with the portals, which would then teleport you into the sky and re-drop you back into the map. So it was strategically very interesting. The final bit of the narrative content from my session was about erecting 5 arcane barometers around Aegis towers in the map. What I appreciated about the way that they've approached quests in Spellbreak is that it doesn't change the game flow at a core level. Even if you just don't care about the quest at all, these missions are adding new variations to the map itself that fundamentally iterates on the flow of a match with new mechanics. Since the quest content doesn't take place in an instanced piece of dialogue or a separate cutscene or take you out of things at all, it feels much more organic than previous efforts that I've seen. Granted, it's still a very basic implementation. The map-altering narrative events of games like Fortnite arguably accomplish a similar ongoing story, but nothing feels like it's part of a crafted universe with its own lore. In Fortnite, it's all a bunch of tie-ins to other IP. This is all bespoke world-building content in Spellbreak. As expected, you'll earn rewards like the typical badges, banners, cosmetics, and so on for completing quests, but notably none of the actual story content is in the chapter pass. It's all free for everyone. Instead, when you purchase the chapter pass,
none of the story content is in the chapter pass, which means everyone has access to the story part, which is huge. It is huge. Everyone can feel ingrained in the game without having to pay for anything, without having to feel like, oh, proletariat has forsaken the people who can't buy things, because you get the story. You get the story quests. Like they said, there's 3. They said per chapter, but I think he means per week. But it's huge.
Unlock more challenges that thread in more rewards and more milestones to hit, similar to a battle pass.
Where is this?
The goal here, of course, is to get pled when you purchase the chapter pass. You simply unlock more challenges that thread in more rewards and more milestones to hit.
This has got to be Bogmore, right? The only place with a gap at the bottom? Bottom right?
Similar to a battle
pass. Same lighting.
The goal here, of course, is to give players reasons to keep coming back to play Spellbreak by telling an ongoing story over time that gradually adds more flavor and, crucially, more content to the game. In a lot of ways, it's similar to how MMOs dole out updates, but trimmed down and adapted to a match-based battle royale setting. One of my only issues with the game whenever I reviewed it back in September was that it didn't have a battle pass of any kind and lacked depth in terms of its cosmetic unlocks and progression.
Yeah, I think they should have launched with
the chapter system seems poised to fix both of those problems and will certainly add plenty of reasons to keep coming back for more. Hopefully it's a concept more battle royale games adopt going forward. Thanks for watching this preview of upcoming content to Spellbreak, and
there
for
are
everything
some images.
Else, stay tuned to IGN.
All right, so we're gonna read. Whoa. Is that our first look at that skin? Ooh, Justine. We've seen this skin in concept art. but we have not seen the skin in game, and this is the new skin from the teaser thing that they showed us. Well, I guess it's all a teaser, right? Okay, so we're gonna break this down a little bit more. We're gonna go into these screenshots. This is the one from the beginning. I wish this was on the other side. Let me see if I can move my camera real quick. Boom. So, we've seen this. This has got to be Bogmore. It's got this weird little thing in the background. It looks like a broken tree. Interesting. I'm hoping this is Bogmore too. Look at this like temple thing. The map, like, I wish some of you guys knew what the map looked like back in the day. A lot of people say that the map looks similar to itself around everything now, and it does, compared to what it was, the map only gets better and better and better and better and better, and I would not be surprised if this map update is going to blow everything out of the water. Yep. Just look at the levels, like, yep. I don't even. So back, we got a little glimpse of this stuff back in the in one of the a video back in the day, and we could see this lighthouse in the background, but holy, look at the depth. Look at just how much elevation change there is, and the playability of this area is going to be insane. All right, we've seen all these images. These are all old. All of these are old. Old. Okay, so we got 3 new images. This is just like, this has got to be Bogmore. So it looks like a complete Bogmore revamp, not just like lighting changes or some stuff, but this is too big to be anything other than like a complete revamp, right? I don't think I see anything like. I just look at like, look, those are like little lanterns. Like those look like the size of that's a bridge. Like little houses. Like you're like this. Like you're like the size of my cursor. It feels like you gotta be, right? Like just oh my god. This is gonna be huge. Okay, so now that we watched the video, we're gonna break it down. This skin is gonna be so good. I want this skin so bad. David, thank you for your contribution, my friend. So, like I said earlier, it's gonna be coming out on the 15th of December, and it's gonna be 12 weeks. Okay, new chapters will debut every 12 weeks, and they'll offer 3 free quests per chapter and 3 paid quests within the paid chapter pass content. I really think he means weekly. I don't think he means you only get 3 quests per chapter, because chapter 1 goes until chapter 2 comes out 12 weeks later, unless that's not how they're doing the chapters. I don't really, maybe it's like chapter 1 through 12 or something in the first 12 weeks. I don't know. I don't really know, but I would assume that he means per week. So it's not going to be like 3 quests for free, 3 quests paid for 12 weeks. That would be rough. Anyway, so the meat and potatoes of this is that it's coming out on the 15th. There's actual quests to do, instead of like what we were talking about, how it was just like nonsense of like just go play with your gauntlet, which they kind of have to do at the beginning, which I get because there are a lot of new players. However, I still think they should have launched with prologue, but you know, we are where we are. This is going to be so good. I am pumped. I'm just reading through to make sure I didn't miss anything. It's interesting that he says it's all free for everyone, similar to the rollout for the 4-part prologue series. 6 part in an extra week. Very strange. Anyways, guys, we have information. They're keeping us tabbed. This is going to be a good patch. Okay, it's not going to be. I'm gonna move my camera real quick to say this to you guys. I'm gonna move my camera. This is going to be a good patch. This is not going to be the end-all be-all patch that takes Spellbreak to the next level. In my opinion, that's probably going to come in chapter 2 or chapter 12 based on if they're doing chapter per week or whatnot. But the way this guy words his stuff makes me think it's going to be a chapter week, which I don't think it's going to be the thing. I think chapter 2 is going to be 12 weeks after chapter 1, and it's rewards 3 quests per thing each week, not per chapter. But I could be wrong. I have no idea. It could like be mini chapters for the week. Anyways, I think that chapter 2 is going to be where we get the good stuff, like the stuff that it will be enabling Spellbreak to take off to its full potential that we all know it has. I just also hope this patch comes with some balance stuff, because we haven't had any balance changes since beta, minus like a Tempest change and some introduction of some things, and that's why they don't like to do balance changes when they have added new things to the game. But chapter 2 is to me going to be what makes or breaks Spellbreak, because in my opinion, we will probably get a new game mode halfway through chapter 1. Maybe chapter 2 we'll get it, but it just feels like that's kind of what they want to do. That's kind of what they did with Clash. They brought Clash out with Prologue. Unless they bring the game mode out with chapter 1, which would be sick. I don't think they've had enough time to do that, based on how much I know they have to lead up time for patches and stuff like that. But chapter 2, I think, is going to be where we have guilds ranked. The new game mode, we'll have a little bit of time with the new game mode if it comes out in chapter 1 sometime. There will be a lot more stuff in chapter 2, but chapter 1 is something that we need. It's desperate. We need this fresh air, and I'm really excited. So to break it all back down, we've got chapter 1 coming out December 15th with Steam. You're gonna be able to play it on Steam. You'll be able to have cross-play and cross-progression across everything, just like you do now, just add in Steam. You're gonna have a story mode, not a story mode, a story-based quest, which is gonna be free for everybody, so everyone will be able to feel like they are still in the story. And then you'll have, I think it's probably gonna be honor quests again with the battle pass. So you're gonna have 3 per week of each, which I think right now we have like 20 something quests a week. So just add 3 more on top of that when it comes with like dailies as well. I hope dailies are a little bit different. And then, yeah, so this is gonna be huge. This is gonna be huge. I mean, we got our first 2 looks at some skins from the thing. So we've got the vampire guy, the druid, and the clown jester, and I think that's all we saw. And we saw the Bogmore, which is, so I think we know for a fact now that it is Bogmore based on that map edge on the top right. So guys, we've got like 3 weeks. We got this. We got this. It's only been, I don't know how many weeks it is, because I don't really keep track of that kind of stuff, but we've got this. We're almost there. Just ride it out. We're almost there. Almost there. I love you guys, and try to keep you posted. Peace.